Andy from Addicted to Ships and Trips here. Let's do a deep dive into the available dining options on board Norwegian Encore, and we'll start in Manhattan Room. Encore has more than 20 dining venues, and this is a complete guide to all of the complimentary and specialty dining venues on board. We'll start with those included in your fare, then we'll move on to specialty or for fee venues, and lastly, we'll take a look at the Haven restaurant, exclusive to Haven guests only. So stick around if you're looking to book a Haven suite, you've already booked a Haven suite, or you just like to dream a little bit. Manhattan Room is one of 3 dining rooms on board, and this is the largest of the 3. Situated at the aft of Deck 7, it's open for evening dining only. You'll find a stage area at the very aft for nightly entertainment. At the time of writing, the menu changes daily, along with several favourites that stay on the menu, which include chicken, steak, and vegetarian options. Opening times vary from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. and 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. So check your Freestyle Daily on board, or you can book your time slot in advance online. Norwegian Cruise Line is completely freestyle dining, so you can just show up whenever you want to eat. But there may be a bit of a wait for a table at busy periods, especially if you're in a large group. Taste and Savor are 2 smaller, more intimate main dining rooms and are situated on the aft of Deck 6, directly below the Manhattan Room. They face each other, separated by mix bar for pre or post-dinner drinks. They are both open for breakfast, and lunch is served on sea days, with the same menu in both restaurants. In the evening, they again operate the exact same menu as each other and the Manhattan Room. Apart from slightly different decor, they are a mirror image of each other. You'll find Savor on the port or left side, and Taste on the starboard side. Opening times vary depending on the ship's schedule, so check your Freestyle Daily or Daily Planner. Up one deck, on Deck 7 Mid, you'll find another complimentary venue in the shape of the local bar and grill. As the name suggests, it has a full bar and has tables so you can sit and enjoy your drinks, and is open 24 hours a day. You'll find breakfast all day and late night menus. You can dine at a table, or if you prefer, sitting on a bar stool watching the action in the atrium one deck below. Sometimes overlooked as a food venue, the observation lounge at the forward of Deck 15 serves some pretty tasty food to match the 180 wraparound views. You'll find light bites at breakfast time and tea time. On my sailing, this was usually from 3 p.m. when the main buffet closed. It also has a full bar and a piano for evening entertainment. The Garden Cafe is the buffet on board, and it's vast. Situated on the forward of Deck 16. The venue is open for breakfast, lunch and dinner. There is outdoor seating if you head towards midship, just before the main pool deck. There are theme nights in the Garden Cafe every evening with offerings such as German, Asian, prime rib, etc., as well as a huge variety of other options, from salads to soups, sandwiches and wraps, burgers to pizza, a carvery section, comfort-inducing entrees, including meat and vegetarian options, and so much more, along with my personal favourite, desserts. Top tip, if you are struggling to find a table, always head to the very back of the buffet. American Diner was previously a for fee or a la carte venue, but it is now complimentary. Unfortunately, I didn't dine here personally, but from the menu I can tell you that they serve milkshakes, and amongst the starters, a white bean chicken chili and smoked fish dip. Handhelds include pulled pork sliders and the Wrangler burger. Specialties include chicken pot pie casserole and amongst the desserts is a bread pudding. You'll find American Diner near Galaxy Pavilion and opposite Luistro on deck 17 aft. Why not consider subscribing to the channel so you're notified when new content drops? There's lots of Encore content still to come, or you can check out my back catalogue, and whilst you're there, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when new content drops. Let's check out the specialty dining venues on board, and we'll start with Luistro. This French cuisine restaurant feels classy and refined. With display bottles of Veuve Clicquot to greet you upon entry, you know this is marketed as a high-end venue. As with all sit-down specialty dining, you can order items separately, a la carte, or use a dining package. You'll find Luistro up on deck 17 aft, near Galaxy Pavilion and American Diner. Onda by Scarpetta. I tried Onda for the first time in July 2024 and I was pretty blown away by it. If you're able to, do not miss the bread at the start of your dining experience. It is to die for. I would seriously consider a revisit just for that. The venue is an upscale Italian restaurant and in my personal opinion, infinitely better than La Cucina and a welcome addition to Norwegian Cruise Line's dining portfolio. Just like most of the specialty venues on deck 8, it features an outdoor seating area on the waterfront. Tepanyaki, situated on deck 6 mid, Tepanyaki is a hibachi style restaurant. Although I didn't dine here on my most recent cruise, I've dined at Tepanyaki previously. You sit around a large table, often joined by other guests, unless you're in a large group. The food is cooked in the centre of the table and the chef will entertain you whilst this happens. If you were ever told, don't play with your food, well, you'll want these talented chefs to. They sing, juggle with food and sharp knives or cleavers, and turn your food into interesting designs as it sizzles away. This is not just dining, this is an experience, and I'm here for it. Ocean Blue is a highly popular seafood restaurant and gets rave reviews. It also serves meat and limited vegetarian options. If you want to dine here, I would recommend booking online in advance to avoid disappointment, especially if you're a group or have a specific day and or time you'd like to dine. Dishes feature blazing shrimp or clam chowder for appetizers, filet mignon or cioppino, please excuse my butchering of that pronunciation, which is a seafood stew, and Verona, dark chocolate mousse cake amongst the dessert selection. Again, apologies if I've just butchered that. On to Food Republic. This Asian-inspired restaurant has delicious options to choose from. The space is light from large windows. Each of them have blinds which can be lowered when needed to block out direct sunlight. As the venue is situated on deck 8 forward, it does not have outdoor seating. I very much enjoyed the pork belly bao buns, tiger roll sushi and the green tea jar. You order your items from an iPad and each table has their own device and you send your order directly to the kitchen. There are always waiters to help you with any issues and of course bring your food. Kagney's is an upscale steakhouse. This is another restaurant that I didn't get to try on my most recent cruise, but I have dined there previously. If you like your steak, you really can't go wrong. There are also other items besides steak for you to order. Some of the highlights include crab cake and jumbo shrimp trio for your starter, New York strip and lamb chops for entree, and raspberry creme brulee for dessert. You'll find Kagney's at the aft of deck 8 opposite Los Lobos. Talking of Los Lobos on deck 8 aft, this Mexican-inspired venue is wonderful in my personal opinion. After dining here on Norwegian Bliss, I came back to see if the food was as good the second time. Oh, it sure was. Treat yourself to the tableside prepared guacamole, which they will describe as they prepare it, and the tres leches cake. You know you want to. The last of the specialty restaurants is Q Texas BBQ. You'll find Q on the forward of Deck 6. As the name suggests, you'll find barbecue fare at this venue. Again, I've dined here previously, but not on this most recent sailing. You'll find country-themed acts performing on the stage nightly. Highlights from the menu include deviled eggs and Tex-Mex style tortilla soup to begin. The Pitmaster platter lets you choose from cattle, hog, bird, sausage and seafood, and the mason jar banana pudding is a dessert not to be missed. And finally, as promised, the Haven Restaurant, situated at the forward of Deck 18. I wasn't lucky enough to dine here, but I was allowed access to film. The restaurant is for the exclusive use of Haven guests only. I've not stayed in the Haven as yet. Maybe one day. A typical evening menu might include appetizers such as shrimp louis and steak tartare, entrees of surf and turf and prime rib, and a dessert of blueberry violet yogurt mousse. Sounds delicious. If you found this guide useful, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. If you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified when new content drops. There's lots more Encore content coming and a whole back catalogue for you to browse through. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next upload. Bye now.